Max?
Yep.
Celtics prove they're the best team in the East?
No, they're the hottest team right now. The best team is the Toronto Raptors. But I will say this. Ever since that interview with Rachel Nichols, where Rachel asked Kyle Lowry about Masai Ujiri, the head of basketball operations for the Toronto Raptors, and I think along with Danny Ainge, one of the two best front office minds in the East. Ever since then, he does his job, I do mine, long pauses. Obviously, something's not right. Kyle Lowry hasn't been right. There is something going on there. And the question about the Raptors from the beginning of the season is Lowry a fatal flaw at point guard for them? He can play very well, but is it fool's gold? Because it ain't Kawhi, Danny Green, these guys, Anunoby, all these guys do their Siakam. They're doing what they're supposed to do. Is Lowry good enough to be a piece that gets them past the Celtics in the conference finals?
Couple of things. Number one, you need to stop rolling your eyes at me when I bring up the Lakers in the conference finals. I will remind you that they're the 5th seed right now, just a half game out of the 4th seed, and only
You're
a
right.
1.5 game out. Only a 1.5 game. And that was what I said at the beginning of the season. It wasn't about how great the Lakers was. I said the West was compromised, and they are 1.5 games out of the number 1 seed in the Western Conference, just so you know. Okay. Secondly, with Kyle Lowry, what did I tell you at the beginning of the season? Kyle Lowry and I go back to his days as a high school player in Philadelphia. I covered him playing for the Philadelphia Inquirer. And he's a pit bull, got a heart of a lion, can really play. But his miniature size, I think, can cause problems for the Toronto Raptors. And then you go out and you acquire a guy like Fred VanVleet out of college, who's also a miniature guy. He can play, but they're miniature dudes. I think that's a problem. Kawhi having the ability to play the point, but not really being a point guard, point forward. We'll see how that adjusts. That's going to be interesting. Here's my thing about the Celtics. They've won 5 straight. They've won 6 of their last 7 after losing 5 of their previous 7 games. Kyrie Irving calling cats out and saying it's time to step this up matters. And this team, despite their troubles offensively, trying to ingratiate Gordon Hayward into the proceedings and compromising Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum to some degree. You know what I've noticed? Number 3 defensively in the NBA.
Well,
you can't, and number 2 against the three-point shot.
The Celtics.
I like that.
The Celtics.
I like that.
Ever since Marcus Smart and Marcus Morris, like when those guys are in the starting lineup, a lot of this is figuring out what pieces to move.
Marcus Smart in the starting lineup because he don't need the ball. And he just does whatever you need. He's a pit bull. Love it.
Marcus Morris is underrated.